Daniel chapter number 5. Daniel chapter number 5. All right, we're going to read verse 1 down through verse number 6 of Daniel chapter number 5, verse 1 down through verse number 6. All right, we're going to read the first 6 verses of Daniel chapter number 5. Let's read. Belshazzar, the king, made a great feast to 1,000 of his lords, and drank wine before. Yeah. Verse number 3. Then they brought the golden vessels that were taken out of the temple of the house of God, which was at Jerusalem, and the king and his princes, his wives, and his concubines drinking them. They drank wine and praised the God of gold and of silver, of brass, of iron, of wood, and stone. In the same hour came forth fingers of a man's hand, and wrote over against the candlestick upon the plaster of the wall of the king's palace. And the king saw the part of the hand that wrote. Then the king's countenance was changed, and his thoughts troubled him, so that the joints of his loins were loose, and his knees smote. Turn out the lights. The party is over. Well, we're going to see in just a minute. We're going to see in just a minute. Turn out the lights. The party is over. Turn out the lights. The party is over. That sounds like something I've heard before. Might as well put verse 1 up there, son. Put verse 1 because we're going to come down. Turn out the lights. The party is over. Many of us, including children of God, live life as if it were a party. Many of us who are children of God think that life is a party. And resultingly, we find ourselves confused, complexed, and full of anxiety. Because at some point, life must come to an end. In this story, and let me give you the backdrop, Belshazzar is the king of Babylon. And Belshazzar is the son of Nebuchadnezzar. Belshazzar decided that he wanted to have a party. The Bible calls it a feast. But the Hebrew interprets that as banqueting. The Hebrew interprets that as reveling. The Hebrew interprets that as a drunken ball. But he wanted to have a party, and he did have a party. And he called thousands of his lords and invited them to the party. And he had his princes there. Now you get this in your mind. His princes were there. His wives were there. And his concubines, or his women, or his girlfriends were there. And so Belshazzar decided that I'm going to have a real party. And so I'm going to bring, and here's what I want you to get in your mind, because I think it's apropos. If you've ever watched the hip-hop videos, the sexploitation videos, y'all don't know anything about that. I'm the only one in the house that know anything about that. But where the girls are just shaking it. Do you feel me now? And everybody is having a good time. That's what this is. The wine is flowing. The liquor is flowing. I mean, everybody got somebody. And it doesn't matter who the body is. That's what this is. This is a party. And of course, the story indicates that in the midst of that party, there appeared the fingers of a man's hand. No arm attached, just the fingers of a man's hand. And it was writing on the wall. And of course, Belshazzar couldn't interpret nor understand the writing. So he sent out for the magicians, the wise men, the soothsayers to come in to try and interpret what is being written on the wall. Now, there are 5 pivotal points I want to emphasize this morning, and I want you young folk to listen to me carefully, old folk as well. But there are 5 pivotal points I want to emphasize this morning, and I want to draw them from that text. Number 1, I want to look at the ball, B-A-L-L, the ball. That's the first thing I want to look at, the ball, the party. And then the second thing is the gall. That's G-A-L-L. First thing is the ball. The second thing is the gall. And then the third thing is the wall. And the fourth thing is the call. And the fifth thing is the fall. Now, there are 5 pivotal things that emerges from this text. The ball, the gall, the wall, the call, and the fall. All of that comes out of that text. Now, let's take a look at the text. Let's take a look at the text. That's a good idea. Look at verse 1. Verse 1, the Bible says, Belshazzar the king made a great feast. That's the party. Belshazzar is saying in today's vernacular, let's have a party. That's what he's saying. Let's have a party. It's time to have a party. It's time to do our own thing. It's time to get rid of some of this stress. It's time to get rid of some of this anxiety. Let's have a party. I mean, let's get loose as a goose. Let's have a party. That's what he's saying. Let's have a party. And then he said, I'm going to invite thousands of my lords. And of course, not only am I going to invite thousands of my lords, but I'm going to be sure that we got enough hoochie mamas in here. Y'all going to stay with me now. Y'all stay with me. Stay with me. Got to have some hoochie mamas. So what he does is, he calls in the princes, calls in all his girlfriends and all his wives. The Bible says that. The Bible says the princes and his wives and his concubines. Let's have a party. We want a party. We want the best liquor that Babylon can afford. Don't bring no cheap liquor in here, because we want to have a party. Well, that's what he decided to do. That's the party. that we are at this morning. We're going to have a good time at the party.